What's up? I am Barron here with ArtFX.net, and we are inside of Photoshop, and we're going to be creating this really cool text effect here. And as you can tell, we've got wires that are running in through our words, going over each one of our letters, and just really cool effect. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Go ahead and hide that down here. Get a new background, and let's come over here to our text tool, and we want to type in. First, we want to come over here and change this to white, and then type in dark effects. Let's drag this down to about right up in here. Oh, we put it about right here in the middle. That looks about good. Okay, with our text layer selected, come over here to layer, down to layer mask, and reveal all. This right here is going to create a layer mask for us. Okay, so now let's hit Control and plus. That will zoom in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a hold of our paintbrush, and we're going to put this at about 13. And our hardness, nope, I wanted 13. There we go. And this one right here is at 65%, and we've got this first one selected. Okay, and what we do is we got to make sure that our dark effects text layer is selected. We just come over here and we're going to paint out. And you need to click as you do your brush strokes. If you do just simply just hold it down, then it's not going to get rid of your edges. So you got to do hard brush strokes on this. And if you mess up a little bit like I did right there, just simply come over here and choose white as your background. Let's zoom in just a little bit more so we can actually see this a lot better. And then what you're doing here is that you're putting the white back where it needs to be at. Okay. Now let's come back over and choose the black. And that looks good. We want just a little bit here. Alright, so let's also come over here and let's drop down our opacity. That looks good. And we are going to do our, we're going to grab a hold of this black back here. It looks really good. So we're just going to grab a hold of the black, bring the black through. Okay, and what we're going to do is basically just make it look like it is going in through the center here. That looks good. Change this back to black. Okay, and I'm going to drop down to about 4. Then we're going to grab a hold of, see here, I want to put it behind just a little bit, and that way it actually looks like it is sort of coming in from the back, and sort of the back of this red wire, and then hooking around like so. Then we also want to grab a hold of this black as well, so let's pop this back up to 13. Alright, I mean, that looks good to me, so we don't want to get rid of that. So that looks good. So let's go ahead and zoom out and take a look at our work and see how everything looks. Pretty cool. I like that. That looks really good. Actually looks better than the original. Let's go check out. Well, let's go ahead and drop these two right here into a folder. That's the original. Yeah, I mean, I actually like this one better. But anyway, so now what we want to do, we need to change the image color. So let's come down here and let's go to our curves, and we're gonna darken the background some, make it look a little bit more realistic instead of an image. And so that's before and that is after. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay, now let's add a new layer. Drag this down. We want to put this about right here. And what this is going to do, this is going to add us some shadow. So let's zoom back in, and with black, we want to come over here and we just want to add in some shadow. And this shadow is going to be put down here on our wire. Okay, so you just come in and just add shadow where you think shadow is going to be at. Okay, so next thing we want to do here is we want to select our dark effects, our text layer, right click on it, go to blending options. I want to come down to inner shadow. Let's click OK, and then let's go ahead and boost our opacity up, and we can actually drop our opacity down a little bit. Alright, there you go. So yeah, I mean, this right here, yeah, it looks a lot better with the curves. So anyway, that right there is how you weave wire throughout your text. It's a really cool, very dynamic effect. This is Wayne Barron with DarkEffects.net inside of Photoshop with our wire text effect. Y'all have a good one now. Bye bye.